Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today we're getting into Redwood Empire, the Pipe Dream series, I guess. They just came out with a new Pipe Dream Toasted, and so I figured, what can I compare this to? I could compare it to other toasted bourbons. There's 4 different Pipe Dreams, and I haven't reviewed any of them that I can remember except for this one, which was on my worst Whiskey Wednesday videos for not being that good, and that's why I wasn't on this past Wednesday's worst Whiskey Wednesday blind, because it should have been in there, but I knew it was going to be in this video. But we also have the regular Pipe Dream, which is 45%, so 90 proof, right? Yep. Then we also have the Cask Strength one, which is 58.4% ABV. Different things going on here, and so we'll see how they blind today. So going into it, I would think that the 101's gotta be in last place. If anything, you know, maybe the regular Pipe Dream might be worse. I'm not a big fan of the 101, so I'm guessing that's gonna be last. I'm guessing Cask Strength is gonna be first, and we'll see kind of how the regular versus the toasted go. So let's get into the blind. All right, so let's get to the nose on A. Pretty decent nose, you know, simple but very sweet. Red fruit, sweet, equates to that red Jolly Rancher note, and woody. Not too complex, but definitely not off-putting. Didn't smell crafty or anything. Surprisingly good nose. Not that I don't like Redwood Empire. It is a craftier distillery, so it's gonna be. Okay, B, way different than A, so I didn't get any sweet notes at all. It's muted overall versus A, where A is definitely in your face. B is harder to get a nose from, but I got some leather, funky notes. Okay, nothing bad or good about it really. Let's go to C. Man, I didn't think these were gonna be that different from each other, but I got slight banana right away, woody, spice, nutty, vanilla. So the most complex, the sweetness, red fruit note on A is still probably my favorite nose, but I do like the complexity on C. Let's go to D. Okay, D has the best nose. it's not close. So it's much richer than the other 3. Vanilla, that red Jolly Rancher sweet red fruit note, some wood. It's just more intense in your nose, like kind of A, but gives you the complexity like C was giving. So let's get into the palate. But first, let me go over, see the bottle in front of me. So the Pipe Dream Toasted, because it is new, so let me talk about it real quick. It's $50, which decent price point. Triple finish, and this is kind of why I was like, what does that mean, the triple finish? So let's see what it says on the back. Okay, so it takes the regular Pipe Dream, and then it goes into 3 unique oak finishes. French oak, Hungarian oak, and Gariana oak. So I was trying to purposely not read the notes that those give you. I was just kind of looking for the oak, so just to be transparent there. I think I read clove at some point. All right, so let's get into the palate. All right, so the palate, very one note. It's that red Jolly Rancher note, candy sweetness, red fruit. There is some wood notes there to kind of balance it a little bit, but overall, pretty good palate. Sweet and tasty, for sure. The finish though, it is almondy. Maybe this is a toasted one. I don't remember so much red Jolly Rancher on it the other day, but I do remember the almond notes. It is watery and quick. First sip of the day, so we'll see. But man, a lot of red Jolly Rancher on the palate. The palate remained the same, still very red Jolly Rancher forward. The finish though got much, much better. Spice, marshmallow, wood. The marshmallow though, again, with the almond notes kind of pushing me thinking that's the toasted one, but we'll see. It is good though. I do like this. Go to third sip. Man, that is just so crushable. I really enjoyed that. You know, it's not overly proofy or anything like that. There is some spice there, maybe from the rye content, but it's nice, it's sweet. It's tasty. Not something you gotta sit down and dissect, but definitely something you can just enjoy like on a summer day or something like that. I really do enjoy that. Okay, so let's go to B. I don't know which one this is. Maybe it's the regular one. It's just not much going on at all. I literally wrote not much as a note because I just wasn't getting much. Spice, vanilla, red fruit. On the finish, I wrote not much again, quick. I didn't even pick up anything. It was just kind of like bourbony, but so quick. Let's see on second sip. Kind of a mixed bag on the second sip. So it got sweeter, but also grainier at the same time, like a more of a youthful palate. On the finish still isn't that good. I got an astringent note on the side of the tongue and some spice. The finish is definitely not my favorite. The palate's okay. The graininess isn't my favorite, but again, this is like more of a craft distillery, so I haven't got any crafty notes. I'm not getting that cardboardy note, so that's good. Third sip, decent. I did enjoy that. Okay, nothing special. I do think I like A better than B because there's no off-putting notes on A, but B was fine. Let's go to C. Okay, C, just like the nose, it's giving me a more complex experience than A and B. So slight banana again, just kind of on the nose, but again, it's slight, it's not overbearing. Woody, it seemed more watery than B. Red fruit, sweet, red Jolly Rancher, nutty. On the finish, nutty, peanut butter, almonds, red fruit, sweet. Besides the watery note, that makes it a little bit more thin, I think B. It's more complex and tastier than B. All right, after the third sip, more of the same on the palate. Again, that watery aspect of it, the thinness isn't my favorite, but pretty good overall. I did get chocolate on the finish this time, which made the finish more of like a candy bar, which I'm okay with that. Let's go to D on the palate. I mean, D is just fantastic. It's not as complex as C, but it's just a better experience. It's not thin at all. It's fuller, it's richer. There's more oak there. Strawberry, vanilla. On the finish, vanilla, oak, red fruit, richer. D compared to the other three just seems like a more elevated pour than them. It's not complex though, but that might just be the first sip thing. So we'll see the second sip. Whew, that is good. I do like that a lot. All right, so I said strawberry, vanilla, red fruit, purple, slight purple Jolly Rancher, spice. You know, I love that purple Jolly Rancher note. It wasn't a lot, but I did pick it up real quick. On the finish, marshmallow, sweet. It's good. I like this a lot. Be honest here. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy this blind this much. I definitely thought I was gonna get more crafty notes. You know, just going off the 101, I did have the toasted more recently, and it was, you know, decent, nothing crazy. But overall, these are all good to pretty damn good. So, like, I do enjoy D a lot. Okay, so let's go to third sip. All right, at the third sip, great. So while I was enjoying that, I looked at the pricing, kind of just see, because I know the pricing on a couple. The standard Pipe Dream is $35 to $45. The Pipe Dream Cask Strength is $60 to $75. The 101 is around $55, and I just picked up the toasted for $50 the other day. The price points isn't too bad. I see that, you know, I said the Pipe Dream Cask Strength is $60 to $75. I saw in Total Wine it was like $61. $60 for the most expensive one up here. Whatever one that is now, actually, let's get into them. Well, I'll pause and I'm going to A/B these for sure, drink some water and kind of compare them, even though I kind of have them significantly all spread out, but it can change when I A/B them. So I'll be right back with some scores and any new notes. All right, let's get into the results, and I am pretty surprised how this turned out. So in last place, let's do the giveaway. So if you want to enter to win 2-ounce samples of all 4 of these, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment with REPD. That's it, Redwood Empire Pipe Dream. So REPD, you're going to be entered into the giveaway. So okay, let's get into this. In last place is what I thought would be in last place, which is the 101. I 100% thought this was going to come in last place, but it actually did way better today than it usually does for me, to the point where the scoring wouldn't get it into the worst whiskeys. But it did go down, A/Bing these back and forth. It did score a little bit lower than I had it initially. I was getting more grainy, more youthful notes on it. So I scored 2.75, which is really good for it, because I actually have the sheet over there. Let's see. It averaged out to a 1.2 over the year, so it did significantly better today. It wasn't too bad. So then I A/B'd A and C a lot and try to figure out which one I liked more, because they were very close for me. And what ended up happening was the regular release came in third with 3.3, and the new toasted came in second with a 3.4. And I will say that the regular release, which is cheaper, crushable, very good, it just wasn't as complex as the toasted, but the toasted tasted a little bit more watered down than the regular release, which doesn't make any sense because it's a little bit proofier, more like literally 2 proof more, but it tasted better. Now, if you don't like that little banana notes, I maybe go with just a regular and save yourself a couple dollars, but it is a little bit more complex. I do appreciate them, you know, doing this new release and trying something different and keeping the price at an affordable price. You know, $50 is a decent price for basically 3 oak finishes on it. Okay, and then the winner, which I figured would be the winner, and for the price, man, this is a must-buy bottle right here. I scored a 3.75. It is tasty. It is the only one that says the mash bill on it, but I'm I'm gonna assume they're all the same mash bill since they're all pipe dreams. But it says 74% corn, 20% rye, 4.5% malted barley, and 1.5% wheat. 20% rye is pretty high rye, and I kept getting like the spice note. I kind of thought back in my head maybe it's rye, so I'm guessing that's where the spice is coming from. It does say aged at least 4 years. Now the other ones don't have that statement on it, but if 4 years isn't exactly all that old, with the proof and maybe it being a little bit older than the rest, it's just so tasty. And for the price, 60 bucks, $62, a great buy. That's Pipe Dreams. Tell me what you think about Redwood Empire. If you had the Pipe Dreams, if you have the new toasted yet, definitely leave it in the comments. Don't know it's stupid. And if you do, don't get caught. Bye.